and Mike bring you into their world. It's not just chickens and the Angus herd. So take off your boots, relax, and go beyond the ranch.
Hi guys, welcome to Beyond the Ranch. Good evening. This is part of Our Wyoming Life, the only YouTube channel that if you tell us your secret, we promise only to tell 250,000 people. Good evening and thanks for joining us once again. How are you this evening?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm tired. This heat is killing me. In fact, I had to order new batteries today for the GoPro, our camera that we use for filming, because I had a battery explode for the very first time in a camera and scared the crap out of me because it started sizzling and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. Because you heard about like the cell phones exploding on people.
That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago, but I thought that was gonna happen to my camera. It sizzled a little bit and then it popped, and I actually had to take a pair of pliers to get the battery out. But luckily everything is okay.
That battery's probably overheated 75,000 times.
So I went and looked at my other batteries, and you know how they're, I don't have one here, but they're little rectangular type deals.
Yeah.
The sides are all swollen out. I have 3 batteries. Yeah, all swollen all the way around the outside of it. So kind of spooky. Yeah.
It happens.
Yes. Well, it not to me. I mean, it's never happened before. This is a first. But I was filming in the chicken house, which it felt cooler in the chicken house than it was outside. Because it was like 90 degrees today, but I think I'm able to finish up with the batteries that I have. Get a little bit of filming left to do,
I wouldn't think the other ones would explode.
I hope not, because I mean, I thought bad things were about ready to happen. Hopefully good things happen this evening here on Beyond the Ranch. We get a chance to sit down and talk to you guys, hang out just a little bit, answer your questions about what's happening here on the ranch. Last week we had a live stream as well. This gets us back on schedule, so thanks for coming and joining us for 2 weeks, or weekends, 2 Sundays in a row. Thank you to our moderators too for taking a little bit extra time out of their day. Zach Hewitt, Matt Fensel, Jeff Lake is here with us, along with William Dunn, Lori Habel, and Bill the Tractor Man. Thank you guys very much for coming and hanging out with us. Also, at the end of every single live streams here for the last little while, I've actually been talking about new Patreon supporters who have come online and are supporting the channel through Patreon. Actually, I'm going to move that to the beginning because I think that's pretty important, although I do have a funny story about one of these. So we do have, 6 new Patreon supporters this week since the last live stream. Christy Martell, Craig Allen, Maureen Texador, David Ellsworth, Bruce Thompson, and Christine Killar. Now, I'm not going to tell you, but one of these folks wanted to hear their name so bad in a live stream that they went and canceled their Patreon support, restarted at a higher level so that they would get their name mentioned in the live stream.
Cool.
So thank you very much for supporting us on Patreon. Of course, if you are a Patreon supporter, then that allows you to order beef and pork on our website. And for the first time ever, we've been including extra goodies with...
Not the first time. We've included goodies before.
Oh yeah, we have. We've done... What did we do before? We did stickers
tags.
And ear tags. Yeah. Sometimes when you order beef or pork, you get something a little bit extra thrown in, a little present from us. Carrie has lately been throwing in the pens, the Our Wyoming Life pens. And we got some Our Wyoming Life magnets, and the only place you can get these is in the beef packages. So I don't have anything magnetic around here, else I'd throw one of these. But yeah, Our Wyoming Life magnets. Yeah. So very cool. Thank you for being Patreon supporters. Thank you to all of our new Patreons as well. And thank you for being here. So thank you guys.
I am going to try and update meat packages at some point tomorrow.
What day is it?
It's Sunday.
Okay, so you're okay.
Yeah, so my plan is to hopefully update packages at some point tomorrow. So steak package is gone.
Is it totally gone?
Yeah.
So when do we take steers next? When do we get refilled?
They should go in September, first week in September. So we're close.
Yeah, we're getting close.
And then we still have, like, T-bones will still be there in a few packages. And but yeah, the steak package is out, so...
Unfortunately, but there still is the beef pack. There's like 5 different packages.
Yeah, I just got to check how inventory is looking, because the farm store has also been super busy. So,
yeah. You think it's the weather? Like when it's hot, do you notice the farm store's busier? Because I'll tell you why. Mackenzie thinks we need to get a shaved ice machine
No.
in the farm store. And I think it's just for her more than anything.
Not doing
But
that.
she had shaved ice at the rec center and decided it was the best thing in the world, which I imagine is pretty good when it's 90 degrees.
Yeah.
But
I think we'll pass on that.
and she said they had Dr. Pepper flavored shaved ice.
I don't think that's what she got, though. Maybe it was.
I have no idea. No clue. But yeah, so obviously meat packages kind of fluctuate as time goes on, but we definitely want to make sure that you guys go back and check and see what is available. Joe asked, what do I get from being a patron? I remember where I get all the meat I need from home because I grew up myself. Well, there's other stuff that you get from
There's
Patreon
pork
as well.
packages, too, if you're looking for pork.
There is pork. You also there's extra videos that are posted there. There's we're trying to get better about it. Sometimes it's a little bit far and in between, but extra posts, extra information,
And an
behind the
extra live
scenes
stream.
stuff, an extra live stream that takes place at the end of the month, and you can start out at $1 a month. But anyway, so that's that. Mark asked, how are cattle price processing costs doing?
So far, they've held steady.
Yeah, we didn't notice any bump last time.
There isn't a bump. Not yet.
No.
No.
We'll get there.
I look at it every time and look at the price per pound and stuff, and it hasn't gone up yet. So, yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. It'll go up, I'm sure, eventually. So.
Probably.
Grain is up. Our transportation costs are up, of course.
Yeah.
So,
grain has risen. We used to pay $300 for a ton.
like $3.50.
$350. Now it's up over $500.
It's right around, I think the last batch we got was right around $5.
Okay.
So,
yeah, definitely seeing increases, but yeah, we definitely want to make sure that we're,
yeah,
about
price.
on par where we need
have,
to be. So
yeah, we have raised prices. I've raised prices twice on beef this year. So, and pork will probably go up the next time that we take pigs.
oddly enough, though, I'm noticing like we're still like below or at like grocery store prices in the farm store.
No,
Not anymore.
no, like some stuff is, some stuff yes, but like things like ribeyes and stuff, like no, they're priced higher. As they should be. They're the first thing to sell out.
Right.
So like one way I could control my inventory would be to jack up the price on that item, and it's actually really that is a strategy that's used in retail. If you can't keep an item in stock, charge more for it. Like I'm 50 cents higher a pound than the grocery store. It's not like astronomically high, but we also don't put ribeyes on sale like the grocery store does.
Right.
So, yeah, I try to be pretty comparable to grocery store prices, but it's not the same product. And so if we end up higher price on some things, like I don't feel bad about it.
No, you shouldn't, because this is obviously a lot different than a grocery store coming to the farm store. So
Yeah.
definitely. Erin did have a birthday this week. I imagine you want to thank everybody that wished you a happy birthday.
Thank you so much. There was a ton of Facebook comments. I'm obviously not going to answer them all because there's a lot.
Have you done like a blanket thank you to
I
everybody
haven't,
yet? I noticed they're still rolling in.
Yeah.
I've seen quite a few
Yeah.
people are like, oh, I missed this. So yeah, they're like, oh, still
Yeah.
wishing you a happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you everyone who did wish me a happy birthday. I do appreciate it. So
How was your birthday?
it was good.
Good.
It was a Friday, so I mean, I worked. Farm store was open. Ran some errands in town. We went out to dinner.
Good times.
Yeah, it was good. They forgot to make my food.
Oh
at
yeah,
dinner.
yeah. We went out to dinner. Erin was the last one to get served. We didn't
was
make a
fine.
big deal about it, but you should have been like, "It's my birthday, and I didn't even
No.
get my food yet." And you had to send it back once.
Yeah.
So you were the last one to get your food, like way last, like 5 minutes after everybody
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
And then when
And
they
then I
brought it
sent
out,
it
it was
back.
wrong, and then you sent it back, and it took
Yeah, they
another.
put mushrooms in it, and I asked for no mushrooms, and I was like, no, I've already waited. I'm not gonna.
Actually, I didn't. You didn't slow down us leaving though. So like, you must have scarfed it down pretty. You must have been hungry. I mean, usually if you get your food last, you would be the last one to finish, and I don't know if you were. Of course, we got
Kind
kids.
of, yeah. I mean, I
So-
was still eating, and you guys were done, but
Were you?
yeah, kids.
Kids. Also, speaking of kids, school starting tomorrow. Oh my gosh, you excited for that?
Yeah, I am.
You get the kids moving out of the house. This will be Kenzie's going into 6th grade. Grace is going into 4th grade. Lincoln's going into 1st grade. So kind of another big, out of that kindergarten stage into the numbered grades. I know he's looking forward to it. Lincoln
Yeah.
is. And Grace seems pretty excited for science. And Kenzie said she can't wait to go back to school. So
Yeah, they're all excited. Like they all like school, so
Yeah.
It's exciting.
From Miriam, is your meat graded as choice or prime? If not prime, how would you make it prime? We don't actually get our stuff graded.
No, nothing that you get at a small processor is graded. It'll also, like, if you get it done at a custom exempt plant, it will say like not graded, not for sale, not for resale. Yeah, it's not, and like, it's just about fat content, guys. So it's not like, it's all about intermuscular marbling, your grading and stuff. And like, to some extent that comes down to like a preference. Ours, I know ours wouldn't grade prime. And we don't really care that it doesn't grade prime.
We've had some really good compliments about our beef that's come in, and nobody's really had it. I heard one this week. Carrie told me something about a lady that had bought, I can't remember what it was, but I think it was a roast or was it something, and they said that they get Wagyu beef most of the time, and ours was right up there with that.
Well, Wagyu is just like, it has a totally different flavor profile, and you have to cook it differently. Like, it's just it's completely different. You can't, I don't think you can really compare, like, if you like Wagyu, you like Wagyu, but I would assume, I think I've had it like one time. I had like a Wagyu burger. I would assume like a Wagyu steak is going to taste way different than like an Angus steak.
I can imagine. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had Wagyu beef.
I had a burger.
I've had, was it Kobe beef that we had one time? I didn't think it was all that.
Maybe. You do have to cook it differently because of the fat.
Yeah, exactly. So, also, another thing, too, that people don't realize is that there's so many different grades of beef. I know we worry about the top three, select, choice, and prime, but there's, 7 different grades of beef that can fall in there.
Yeah.
So, you've got everything all the way down to, dog food. So I think at some point that might be an interesting video to take and run with and have, all the way from the very beginning all the way to the very top, the bottom to the top, and talk about the different types of beef.
Yeah, I don't know where you get the bottom. I mean, Taco Bell, probably.
Actually, didn't somebody tell me that Taco Bell was like, not soybean, but it was some sort of weird mashup of...
It's ground beef.
But it was mixed with something else, like some sort of protein, like soy
Probably,
protein
like
or
a
something
whey
like
protein
that.
or something. I don't know. I don't have any idea what it's mixed with.
I have no idea either.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Can you get anything? What's the lowest you can get in the grocery store?
Select.
What's the tube ground beef?
I don't know. What is that? That's a very good question, because the tube stuff, I remember, I think I've bought it before, like in the, way back when, but it was odd. It's like, it's a different, that would be an interesting video too, where we could do like,
I'm not cooking that.
we could do hamburgers with different grades of beef, and then feed them to Jeff and see if he can tell the difference between, tube hamburger to,
God, I would hope so.
Well, you never know. I mean, who knows? I don't know if I could tell the difference 10 years ago.
Well, yeah, but now I would hope.
Yeah, it would be definitely the cheapest, William said, the cheapest beef you'll find is at the dollar store. Well,
if it's labeled as ground beef, it has to be ground beef. It can't be roadkill. Yeah, I haven't ever really looked in the meat section at the dollar store.
I didn't know the dollar store had a meat section.
Roll is inspected but not graded. Yeah, it's probably really old cow, or it's dairy cow.
Right. And some people, that's what you have to buy. I mean,
yeah,
that's what you get.
And it's got a lot of filler in it. I think that's probably, it's not so much that the meat is bad, it's the filler that comes in it. That cow was probably fine. Probably tasted pretty decent. But
right. Occasionally, though, you'll see
11%
oatmeal. Yeah.
Some small processors still use the tube. So like, it's not, I'm talking about grocery store tube meat, not like what you get from your local processor.
Right.
Because we used to get meat in the tube also.
Oh yeah, we did, didn't we? Way back in the beginning.
I like it vacuum sealed better, so.
Every once in a while you'll see on Facebook where somebody's got, ground beef on sale for $2 a pound, that they went out and butchered like an old bull and just ground the whole thing.
Yeah.
Is that any better? I don't know, but it's still got to be better than the tube stuff.
I don't know. I mean, you don't want the filler, you know. So.
Weird stuff. So, coming up this week, what do you got going on?
Just more the
Or I guess
same.
I should say the next 2 weeks, because this week, will it be next? I don't have a calendar in front of me. Next weekend, will that be the Patreon live stream?
Yeah.
And then, so.
We get like no weeks off.
Just rolling right into it.
And then it'll be the first week. I don't know, I don't have my phone, so I don't have the calendar.
You didn't bring your phone up?
No, I must have left it downstairs.
Oh my gosh. Taco Bell uses 100% beef, just like the restaurant's required to. The myth stems from a study that shows that meat in their tacos was only 83% beef. It was meat sauce. Oh, well, okay. I mean, whatever you can do to pump that up, I guess.
Yeah, no, like
Save
they
you a
have
little
to.
bit of
If
money.
it says ground beef on the package and stuff, like it's ground beef. You can get. I mean, you can get shut down and bankrupt for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I
Like
could imagine.
labeling is important. So.
Bad news. And dairy meat. I mean, there's a lot of people that are finishing like Hereford
Holstein.
cattle, or not Hereford, but Holstein,
Holsteins.
and you see that quite a bit. So.
Oh, first Sunday in September is Labor Day weekend. Yeah, we'll probably skip that one.
Oh, yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah, we'll probably end up skipping that one. From Dava Morales, are the bacon bits staying in the new pen? They got out, a couple times. I think it's a continual struggle, because they just keep on digging down along
Yeah.
the fence lines. Eventually somebody, sneaks out underneath the fence, and boom, they're done, and off they go. So, Mark asked, what's left in the high tunnels?
Literally everything. Like we're still in peak growing season, so
They're-
I mean nothing's. I mean we've completely harvested some head lettuce, but that's the only thing that's like done.
Right. You, in the high tunnel, you've got sweet potatoes going. Mm-hmm. Now, that's the first time you've done sweet potatoes in the high tunnel.
It was the first time I ever grown sweet potatoes.
Why are they in the high tunnel and not outside?
Because they have a really long days to maturity.
Oh,
And
so
they
they're not
can-
going to be ready until late in the season.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And they can survive a lot light frost, and I can row cover them in the high tunnel.
Gotcha.
I think the only hope of us getting sweet potatoes is if they make it to like October.
I'm with you.
So
Interesting.
yeah.
I guess coming up this week, we're continuing on with the chicken house build. That turned out, obviously, a bigger project than what... It's not a... We knew how big it's a big project.
Yeah.
The problem is that it's a tiring project. Tearing up that floor is hard work. And so we've ended up kind of spacing it out a little bit farther than I originally thought that I was going to. We were doing, kind of like one room at a time as we move through it. And we did one, was that yesterday?
Yeah.
That
And
we've-
you did more on it today.
Yeah, and then I did more on it today. We filmed that, and then we'll eventually tackle the big chicken area. That's going to be coming up next week. I
You're gonna
hope.
do it this week.
Or, I'm sorry, this week.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's Sunday, so is it considered? Does the week
Sunday's
start
this
on
week,
Sunday?
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it would be this week then. That we'll be able to get going on that. We're kind of debating on if there's a way we can figure out to split it into 2 days, or if we have to get it done in 1 day. It just really, the big problem is that you don't know what you're getting into when you rip that floor up. And
I mean, you could do the back half, but you would have to fence it off
yeah, you'd have to figure out how to keep the chickens
out of it,
out of the rest of it.
which
Yeah.
would be a lot of chicken wire.
Well, I think I don't know. I'm kind of, if we did half and got it done, they could come back in that night, and then they'd be fine, and then we'd have to continue on with the next part. I don't know.
Maybe.
It's a lot more work than I thought it was going to be. I didn't know I did.
I thought it was going to be a lot of work.
I didn't realize I put double floor in. I don't know why I did
Yeah,
that.
that seems wasteful.
I'm realizing things like how long ago did we I said 2009 in the video, but you think it was
10.
10 that I
Because we
built
came
that.
we came in the fall of 08, and I got chickens in 09, but we had the old chicken house for at least a year. And then my
the
eggs.
old one, yeah, the old one that the cow got stuck in that one time.
Well, that was before we.
That was before we got here, but there was a cow that got
Yeah.
stuck in the old chicken house.
Yeah, but the eggs would freeze in there because like that whole it was not
Very
insulated
drafty.
and very drafty. And then we asked Gilbert if we could build a new chicken house, and he said sure.
Yeah.
So
The funny part was, and I remember when we built that chicken house, it cost money. It was like $6,000 to build that entire building.
yeah, I think, and we've had to re-roof it and stuff. So
Yeah, there has
it
been.
was pretty spendy. I
Yeah,
think it
for a
was
chicken
like
house, it was pretty spendy.
Yeah.
Remember Jim, our neighbor, he called it the Chicken Taj Mahal. They came and
Yeah.
looked at it, and he was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Like, this is insane. And at the time, honestly, I didn't know what I was doing. So I just built a building and said, hey, let's, something to hold the roof up is what I wanted to do.
Actually, the chickens can't go where the goats are at. It's way too small for the number of laying hens that we have.
That is not really fenced in for
It's
chickens.
not, there's just a 3 foot
wall? That rail wall or whatever that thing's called.
So they'd fly out of there.
They would. It would be, it'll be really nice when it's done. In fact, Mackenzie came over and looked at it today, and she was like, wow, this is really nice. And she did say, when this is done, this is going to be really nice over here.
She can clean it.
I have noticed that cleaning, I think with that rubber floor, cleaning will be a lot easier. You can just kind of sweep up, what you need down to the end.
I hope so.
Vacuum it up, hopefully, and
consistency is just the dilemma.
That's the problem. That's the problem. William asked if anybody's staying in the Airbnb. Not right now. I don't think we have anybody due in until next week sometime. So a little break there. Somebody needs to deliver a brand new spanking chicken house.
Yeah, but you still need electricity and you still need water, and we need we would, in hindsight, we would have put it on concrete.
Oh my gosh. So the way it's built, it's really hard to explain, but and I haven't really talked about it in the video, but when I built it in 4 12 by 12, the floor. So I started with the floor. So I built 4 12 by 12 sections of floor in the shop. I moved them out there with the tractor and then bolted them together and then set them all up on cinder blocks to kind of level it out, because the ground wasn't level and I didn't know anything about, now going back, I would have at least leveled the ground.
Yeah, we didn't do that at all.
Yeah, so.
It's also not square. The building itself
I think it
is
started square.
No, the building itself probably is, but it's not put in there right.
Oh yeah, look on Google Earth. Yeah, it drives me crazy. Every time I look
bad.
at Google Earth, it's crooked. We used to have a fence around it, and the fence was crooked, and the building was crooked, and the whole thing drove me crazy every time the dang Google Earth satellite would fly over.
If you want to know how much the Airbnb is, go to airbnb.com.
Yeah, I think
it varies to some extent.
Yeah, it depends on what's going on
and
in
how many
town
days you stay and.
Yeah, there is discounts for longer stays. So yeah, check that out. See, it'll have you put in the dates you're interested in, I think, and then boom, you can take a look. So, William also asked how many campers are staying in the camping area this week. Boy, I have no idea. It is slowing down.
But it literally can change. We can be like, oh, we don't have any, and then we can get 3 bookings in a day.
Right.
So what we say now is not what in reality will happen.
Or people cancel.
Yeah.
So but it is kind of that time where it is starting to slow down a little bit. I did laugh because I was looking at the very end of September, and we have no bookings for a week, and then all of a sudden we have 4 bookings in one day. I was like, wonder what's happening around here that time.
I think we'll get more bookings up until the snow flies. They're just not maybe as pre-planned out.
Right.
So.
Burr Country Adventures, happy belated birthday, Erin. Oh, $10. Look at that.
Thank you.
Go get you some coffee or something. Do you think you'll ever outgrow your chicken house? So, Joe, eventually you want a goat house,
the goats and stuff. Eventually, I would prefer just to get them out of there. And the chicken house, the amount of square footage that we have in there is plenty for the number of chickens.
Yeah, it's 24 by 24. So what is that? 500 some odd square feet.
It's plenty.
So
for chickens. But yeah, the goats ideally would have their own separate area.
What is your plan with and Marcy kind of beat me to it.
I don't have
What is your plan with the emus?
I told you to figure out a plan.
Oh, gee. Well, I got to clear it through you anyway, so why don't you just come up with a plan for me, and then we'll just move forward from there.
They're probably going to stay in the barn. I do want to, next summer we're going to do more fencing so that they have a bigger outdoor area. But buildings are expensive. I'm not saying that we wouldn't build a new building. We get one big infrastructure project per year. And that was the RV park. And next year's cannot be that big. Yeah. It needs to be a quarter of that price. But it'll probably be something animal related next year that we'll do. The emus and the goats need probably a different area.
And you want to put them together?
I don't know that they need to be together. They could be neighbors maybe.
Will the emus ever go in the petting zoo?
I don't know that we can just moving them is the difficult part. Right. They're pretty good about following, but I don't trust them.
I didn't tell you last night Jenny got out. Jeff called me. Were you listening to the radio last night? Did you have your radio on last
No,
night?
I
You
didn't.
were out at the garden. I figured you had a radio on, so you were going to come running over. But Jenny snuck out and was up by the arrow, in between the portable arrow clip and the regular arrow clip, kind of
Did she
running
go
back
back
and forth. Oh yeah, she went back in, no problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, she decided to sneak out. So
She almost snuck out the other day. My uncle wanted to see him, and he didn't close the door behind him.
Whoops.
Which is fine. And I saw her kind of sneaking, and she was looking. She kind of stopped. Like,
The
can I go
barn
out
door?
here? Yeah, the sliding door. And
Yeah.
I just grabbed her neck and pulled her back in.
pulled her back in.
Yeah.
Terry asked if there's a way to lessen the dust usually found in chicken house. Unless you spray it down, maybe.
It comes from them. Like,
Yeah.
it comes from their feathers and their dust baths and stuff that they take. Like, it's...
They bring dust from outside. They bring dirt from outside inside the chicken house.
Yeah, they're just dusty animals.
Yeah.
I mean, even from the time that they're babies, like, they start getting dusty.
True.
So,
True.
no, it just,
And now we've got a new way for them to get dusty
it
too.
is what it is. So, I think they'll like that. I don't know. Maybe because they poop in it. I don't know. I've seen it on other social media, the sand boxes.
So,
that
not
you
to
haven't
the big old
seen
spoiler
yet.
alert, but video coming out tomorrow. We actually, I never know what to call that. It's the little area that goes out of the chicken run. We don't keep any laying hens in there, but like the meat chickens start out in there. It's like our starting area for chickens, right?
Yeah, so like we have laying hens in there now, but they're young laying hens.
And
They-
this is like a side of the chicken house
yeah, it's
that leads out into the run.
Yeah, it's
Right.
it's for, like, they can't, when they're smaller, they can't go with the big chickens. They'll get picked on, so you have to have separate areas. So it's like we always have something in there, something rotating through there, and it's like we always need something else. I don't have any other chickens right now though, but in the springtime it gets real dodgy of like, can we get these guys out so we can move this one, and where the
Shuffle
goats
these
are
guys
at.
over here and put them over here.
Where the goats are at, we used to put chickens there too.
Occasionally,
Like,
yeah.
so it's like
Originally that was like a storage area, remember
yeah.
that? Yeah, that
It's like a
didn't work out.
staging area almost until, like, they can almost go out in free range with the big chickens, but they will get, when there's a huge size difference, the big chickens will pick on the little chickens. So yeah, they stay in the chicken run. They learn how to go in and out at nighttime because they don't do that to start out with. And like, you don't want them just free ranging.
Right.
They start in the shop, then they go to that side of the chicken house, and then they go free range. So
Right. I can't forget what I was talking about there. Where I was going
that's
with
what
that.
side you've got. But you built underneath the roost. What'd you do?
Oh
to
yeah,
it?
yeah. So we built new. So this is coming out in tomorrow's video, but we built economical roosts to go in there, which are like the ladders that the chickens sit on. The problem is that when they sit on those, they poop, and they create these poop mounds underneath the roosts. And unless you have a method for picking up that roost and all that ladder system and cleaning underneath it, it
can
causes
be
a
really
huge problem.
difficult, yeah.
So we came up with a way to do that. That includes basically making a sandbox underneath the roost so that we can clean the sandbox, kind of like a litter box for chickens. So
Yeah.
I kind of hinted it in the last video. I said we were working on a septic system because I couldn't think of a name for it. I should have just said litter box because that's basically what it is. It's not a septic system, but yeah,
Kind of a septic. It's above ground.
kind of. Joe asked, can people feed the goats and animals at the petting zoo?
Yeah, there's treats there that they can buy.
Yeah, there's a, what is that called? A candy
candy
machine.
dispenser
Yeah.
with goat food in it. Yeah.
Yeah, which we realized, by the way, is not waterproof. You have to take it in if it's going to rain.
Oh, Grace also told me that you can just twist it and it's giving out goat treats.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, so maybe
Oh.
you could look at that before Wednesday.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe it's broken. I got called over there this week because some kid told me, things gypped me out of like 3/4.
Oh, they could have came in the farm store and said something.
Well, no, he went in the farm store and told Carrie, and then Carrie called me over to take a look at it. So, yeah, so I had to take it apart, and basically it rained.
Oh, and
And it got wet, and of
gummed
course
up.
it all gummed up. So I ended up having to take it apart and clean it all back out. And, but yeah, we definitely get the goats and everything fed while they're in the petting zoo. In fact, they go back after the petting zoo. In fact, in that you can see that they're full.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh my. And
So
they
they've eaten all the
still
grass.
stop and eat
Yeah,
them.
they've eaten all the grass and stuff. But we always feed them like whatever scraps and stuff I have in the garden and weeds. Like they eat our weeds that we pull out of the garden. And yeah, like whatever. Like I have some lettuce that's bolting, so they ate that. They eat rainbow chard. They eat everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some cabbage that split. They were big fans of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They like cabbage anyway.
They like everything.
They like everything. Yeah, no doubt.
They'll even eat the kale.
Bill, the tractor man, said you need a live stream goat cam where people can pay to feed the goat. I've seen those. There was a guy that had a live stream chicken, or not chicken, but it was a cow feeder.
It was, yeah.
And every like super chat, it would drop some food, and the cows were just standing there waiting for it. I don't know the exact technology behind that, but it can't be too overly complicated. We could, we already have a webcam on the goats all the time anyway.
Yeah, but they'll just stand at the dang treat feeder.
People would, and then eventually they'd explode on camera. They get fat.
Ethel was looking real preggo today. Sometimes I kind of like almost given up on her that like she's not gonna have a baby, and then today I was like, oh yeah, she's gonna have a baby.
I am looking forward. So hopefully goats are pregnant. Ethel's pregnant. If when we have, so it's gonna be on October though.
Where are we gonna put all? We don't have a plan for all these animals, but it's fine. We'll figure it out.
Well, we get first of all Pip has to come out.
Yeah.
And we might as well just take all the boys out.
Sure, Jackie Boy and Waffle can go out.
Can go with Pip.
The petting zoo is not gonna happen at the farm store in the winter. I'm gonna 86 that for the winter. Yeah, I'm not moving those guys in the snow.
When they can't even like walk through the snow.
No.
It's deeper than they are. You got to go pick it up and carry them around. No.
No. As soon as it starts getting cold out, petting zoo's closed for the season.
But we will have. Well, see, yeah, and if it's cold in October, then the baby goats won't be at the petting zoo.
I know.
Because they won't be big enough to be in the petting zoo until spring then. Nobody will be able to see them until spring. Unless you watch the webcam on our website. You might see them out there. Possibly. If it's not filled up with snow. They might. Everybody could end up living in the barn this winter. Emus, goats, Ethel, the donkey.
Yeah, the goats will go back
whatever else we got.
We'll have to decide when we're going to breed everybody again. Like, the goats will go back. I don't know. I would like to not have October goats.
I think they're due in October.
Well, I know, but like ideally that's not our forever plan.
No.
So
forever
we
plan.
gotta shift that forward a little bit.
Okay. I think we can figure that out.
Yeah, because
we gotta
pretty
we gotta figure out a new billy goat situation. Well, maybe not next year.
I don't know that we're keeping babies.
Oh, we're not.
I don't know.
I don't know what we're doing. Anybody need a baby goat? Because get your very own Our Wyoming Life branded goat.
I know what I want next. I want a mini mule.
So this is what I was. So maybe Zach, you know this, but Erin and I were talking on our way back that if we took Ethel, who's a miniature donkey, and bred her to a miniature horse,
no, somebody looked it up.
Would we get a miniature mule?
Yeah, it's a thing.
What is a thing?
Yeah.
Did we talk about this last week?
No.
Who looked it up?
Michelle.
Oh, okay, cool.
But you guys don't know Michelle. But yeah, I would. So if we breed Ethel, we need a mini horse to breed Ethel next time.
Right.
And we can have a mini mule, which I would keep.
What is the advantage of a mini mule as opposed to a mini donkey?
I don't know. Just why not?
Just why not?
Pip's trying to get him some Yoda on the goat cam. Yeah, Yoda might not be bred. She's taller.
He might catch her laying down. Moment of weakness.
Sneaky.
Who knows?
Sneaky. Yeah, we just got to go find some place for Ethel to go for a couple months.
Right. Yeah, because I don't need a miniature stud horse.
No, we're not buying one of those. No, we're gonna. She can go visit somewhere.
She can go visit somewhere else for a couple months. Yeah.
I don't need the baby to reproduce. I'll just keep it.
Yeah. It is odd that mules can't reproduce. If you got a mule and a mule to reproduce, and you have a super mule, and then that's no good either. So who knows? Who knows?
Would their ears get even longer?
You might put the horses in the pet. I don't think we have enough room in the petting zoo for the horses.
No.
Although they would love it because they would sit there and eat treats all day long. So, pet alligator. So, what else is on your wish list? Because I know you have
mini mule.
What after that? What's next?
I don't know.
You have to have like little things going in your mind.
You were trying to get wallabies the other day.
I would. A wallaby would be cool.
What would we do with it in the wintertime?
What do we do with emus in the wintertime?
They're fine in the cold. You can't tell me that a wallaby is going to be fine in the cold.
They have a bunch of fur.
And a naked tail.
Well, okay. Maybe make somebody can crochet a tail cover.
We're not, no.
No? If
They
anybody
seem
has
like
any extra wallabies, they don't want lambs, Jeff Lee? No?
No. Sheep are dumb. I stand by that. No, I never did get any Sriracha, and I look every time I go to the store, and they're sold out.
You're still waiting on Sriracha? Nobody has sent you Sriracha even after you mentioned it in a live stream?
No, it's sold out everywhere.
That's too
There's
bad.
a wallaby on loose in Central Ohio. Okay, if you catch that one, you can have a wallaby.
Oh, there you go. I got to go to Ohio and try to catch this wallaby.
There's a kangaroo, too, that's been missing for like 10 years. I saw him this spring in Texas or something.
In Texas? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, the emus are going to be in the barn. We talked about this, that we got to like draft proof the barn. But they'll have outdoor access, and we got to like wind proof a little bit. No buffalo, absolutely not.
We did have a friend of ours offer to give us a yak.
Huh?
We
Yeah, I
decided
can get yak.
no on the yak.
You gotta get a yak.
But I mean, yak are just like cows. We don't have calves in the petting zoo.
No, well, they're smaller.
Yeah. Do you still want a yak?
BLM burro. I almost bought a donkey from the Custer State Park this year. Those things were expensive. Ethel was expensive too. She better have a baby.
We're hoping for 2 for 1.
They don't have twins.
No, I meant we paid for Ethel.
Yeah.
We get a baby out of it. I don't know why I have this on my lap. And then llama.
I'd
don't
take
know.
an
We've talked
alpaca.
about llamas. We've
I'd
talked
have-
about alpacas.
I get an alpaca, not a llama. They're too big.
I don't know what a wombat is. I mean, I've heard of them, but I'm not sure what that is. I'd have to look it up. And I sure as heck don't know what a quorka is. Quorka?
I'd get an alpaca. A couple alpacas would be nice. We need a bigger petting zoo.
We do need a bigger petting zoo.
We need, like, we do need a whole barn for other animals.
What we need is a barn that's attached to the petting zoo, and then you just wheel all the animals outside.
Right by our house, though.
Well, eventually maybe it'll go somewhere else. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, Carrie wants mini cows. I'd take a mini cow.
Like how many?
Like little mini.
Mini cows?
Yeah.
Easy asked, when did Bean start smiling for the camera?
She's always
always done that. She was just really excited the other day and came right up to us and started smiling. She's scared the crap out of people, though, because, with the smiling thing, because
Yeah,
she
can't,
does
like,
look ferocious.
We cannot let her like wander around the ranch. So like when harvest toasters come or the farm store's open.
She wants to go say hi to everybody,
Yeah, she loves everyone.
but she does smile, so.
Oh, you can get Sriracha on Amazon.
Oh, there you go.
Would I shear the alpacas and sell the wool? No, I'd shear them and be done.
I'm still up for a zebra, Zach. I think that'd be cool.
They're
I'll-
$10,000.
Yeah,
you
we
guys.
did find a guy that had a zebra. Yeah. I do, and I think that like if we had zebra, like there would actually, if we have too many weird animals, it's going to start causing accidents.
I
on the
want to
highway.
fence the triangle pasture out here for the emus. So
Right,
that
and
they
somebody's
can
going to drive in the ditch because they're going to be like, "What the hell
I
is
would
that
like-
thing?" You put that big Jurassic Park gate up, so it really looks like we have something in here. I think that emus should dress up as like raptors for Halloween. I bet you we could do that.
How are you going to get tiny arms?
Oh yeah, raptors have arms. Well, they have arms, kinda. They have
You
little
know.
tiny winglets. I saw Jenny the other day was flapping her little wings, and I was like, "What are you doing?" I don't know if she was airing herself off or what she was doing, but she was flapping her little wings.
Yeah, they do flap their wings.
Yeah,
And they groom them.
they like it.
It's on Amazon at an outrageous price. I'm guessing the Sriracha. That's unfortunate.
Could be an emu or a wallaby.
I didn't grow any Sriracha peppers, so I can't make my own. Too bad.
We have an elephant.
We're down to like this much Sriracha.
Are we really?
Yeah.
Are you rationing it out when you use it? Yeah. Are you to the point where you're like one drop? Because I mean, I've seen like Matt eat a breakfast burrito and put like
Yeah, Matt's not here.
Sriracha on it. That
You
was
need
back in the
exotic-
day when we didn't
We didn't know Sriracha was going to be.
we didn't know it was gonna be we didn't know it was gonna be happening.
You need exotic licenses for antelope.
anything you have to buy
Deer.
a tag for.
Elk.
Yeah.
That's what you have to have an exotic license for in Wyoming.
Bobcat.
Mountain lion.
Mountain lion. Apparently not real lion, because you can't hunt a real lion in Wyoming. It's weird the way the Wyoming laws work with the exotic animal
It's
thing.
basically our wildlife. Probably a moose.
Oh yeah, anything you have to buy a tag to go shoot.
A bear.
A bear, you can't have a pet bear.
I don't want a pet bear.
Apparently you could have a black panther though, because you can't go buy a black panther tag in Wyoming.
We don't have a license for the emus.
No.
I don't think we're supposed to.
Who knows?
We kind of Googled it.
We kind of Googled it. Did you get the kittens spayed and neutered yet? We showed them when they were tiny. We've got a few of them got and caught and
Yeah, Carrie
fixed.
took one home.
Yeah, some people have taken them. Yeah, so
But no, some of them still need to get caught.
yeah. Mike Exotic. We tried watching that show. It didn't work. That
watched
tiger
it.
guy. I don't think we watched the whole thing. I think we gave up on it about halfway through because
I just saw that all of his animals have been, because he's in jail.
Oh, he is.
Yeah,
I didn't
so
watch till
there's-
the end, so I don't know what happened.
There's all of them are at animal sanctuaries and stuff, and it's finally past like the point where there was like a non-disclosure.
Oh, where they went.
Yeah, where they couldn't talk about them, that they had Joe Exotic's cats, but now they can. So
Oh.
I saw it on TikTok.
Interesting. Potbelly pig.
Those all potbelly pigs turn into big pigs if
I
you
know, I
don't
get so many
monitor their feed.
when we do the tour, I constantly get people asking me about potbelly pigs. And they're like, we thought about getting, and I'm like, I always
they
have to tell
just
people, they get big. Like,
Yeah.
they start out little and cute. They turn into this. Like, this is, I don't care how
Yeah,
I mean,
you can have a big potbelly pig.
you want one of these things sleeping with you? Great. Feel free. But
Yeah.
they're going to get big. I don't know why it doesn't click with a lot of
Kelly
folks.
Brady said some of Tiger King's big cats have come to a sanctuary here in Minnesota, about 30 minutes from me.
Oh, there you go. Very cool. Very cool. Mike, what was all that paper stuff under the floor?
Insulation.
Insulation. So also, originally when I first did the floor, I did a bottom layer of OSB, and then I did insulation in between the two layers, which then fell out the bottom at some point.
And
Plus
caught
we
on
had a fire.
Yeah, that thing caught on fire.
I was kind of surprised when I was tearing out the floor. I did find some charred boards that I didn't realize that actually had burned. So yeah, there's definitely in a perfect world, I would have ran over the chicken house with the bobcat and been done with it and started over.
Why? The walls and roof
Money,
are
money,
good.
money, money. Huh?
The walls and the roof are good.
Right.
It's just the floor.
The floor is the problem, and it starts at the bottom. So,
Wow.
Feathered Life asked what Edible Prey Project does during the school year.
Nothing. Our programs are summertime programs. We do summer weekend meals for kids. So we
Right.
do weekend food bags for kids during the summer break. We have blessings in a backpack here. And then our veggie basket program ends in October and doesn't start up till May.
Yep.
We have a couple programs that run year round, but they're pretty minimal. So, yeah.
It's a good time to gear
We
up.
write,
though, for the
yeah,
following
we
year.
do.
Write a lot of
I mean,
grants
it's like it's not quiet. We're busy still. So.
Kether's asked where we got the rubber mat. That actually came from Menards. It's actually it's kind of expensive, a little pricey, but it's a garage floor mat.
Anything's pricey and
Yeah, true.
nothing's waterproof. Keith Quick said the college rodeo teams are always looking for practice goats for goat tying. Absolutely not. My goats are pets.
Could you imagine? First of all, they're small. They're teeny
They're
tiny.
minis, you guys.
So yeah, so
Somebody asked if our goats were packing goats. I was like, Cruella doesn't even come to my knee.
they can pack like a. I don't know. We should try seeing how much they can. Take like a bag of noodles and put it over the back. They'd fall
Cruella is
down.
as wide as she is tall right now.
Have you seen that Jack now will not go in the goat house?
You have to put him in the.
You have to pick him up and
And
put
then
him
he
in.
faints every
And
time.
then he's afraid to get in because it scares him. So he
Aw.
faints every time he gets in, so he will not go in.
Well, you need to make him
bed.
a ramp.
I need to make steps or something, and yeah, so.
that means
It's kind of, you have to go pick him up and
Well, he
put
must
him
go in there during the
manually.
day, like when it rains and stuff. He must suck it up and go in there.
He must, but at night he will not go in. Can't figure it out.
Or he faints every time.
Every time he goes in the chicken house.
It's
He
too much
doesn't
of a
faint when he
job.
comes out, but he is slow to come out. So when we do the tour, we open up the door
He has fainted when he's
They all come out. He's always, if you ever want to go online and watch the tour come through, you're more than welcome because the webcam's always on. I never ask anybody if it's okay if it's on, but I'm guessing it's okay. But he's always the last one to come out, and he's pretty shy about coming out too. He's slow.
You need to build him a ramp.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. You got to build something. William Dunn asked what we were drinking tonight. I'm back to 7 and 7. I don't know what you've got there.
Coconut, tequila, soda, water, and lime.
There you go. No more weird Bloody Mary mix. Not tonight. Maybe for the Patreon.
I put it on the extra pantry shelf out there.
Oh, is that where it went? Yeah, because it's not.
Well, I mean, the open bottle's in the fridge.
Oh. Well, that's probably a good thing. I kind of forgot about that. Need to be refrigerated. Probably a good. Tom McCarthy asked, does Erin have a wedding band?
Yeah, it's just not on.
Doesn't wear it. It's easier when you go to the bars. It's easier if you don't wear it.
Even when was
Get
the
more
last time?
drinks
When
that
was
way.
the last time I was at a bar?
I don't know. I was just thinking that same thing. I don't even know. I mean,
Probably
I think I've walked through bars.
Probably for your 40th. We went to Vegas.
Yeah, we walked
before
like
the
through bars.
But yeah, we didn't even really go to a bar in Vegas. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I think we did.
But that was pre-COVID. Oh, I went to a bar last summer when I was in Illinois for Farm Foundation.
Oh yeah, you did.
I did.
Yeah. So see.
But a bar in Gillette? Oh my. Like seriously, probably your 40th.
Yeah, probably. I think that was about the last time we went out.
I don't wear it a lot in the summer because I am in the garden a lot, and even when I'm like even today, like I didn't do anything in the garden, but like I went and checked water, and like I stick my hands in the dirt, and like I trellis cucumbers, and like I dug around for some carrots, and so I just don't wear it in the summer, and my fingers swell, and yeah, I don't wear it.
I wear the rubber one, so it just swells with me. And Jenny likes to grab it, and she pulls it and snaps it. She loves that.
I don't know if I've ever been wearing mine.
She loves shiny stuff. She would love it.
Yeah, she likes Carrie's ring.
Yeah. I saw a question about in all the wind, how do you keep those hats on? You learn how to tilt your head, honestly. Like
You put your hand on it.
Yeah, I mean, you can hold it on. I rarely do though. Like you learn how to like lean into the wind a little bit, and it's just something you pick up over time. Just kind of, how to move. Occasionally you will move the wrong way and off it goes. So that happens too. Cow and bull update. Bulls are doing great. They're still in with the cows. We did have a little mix up with the heifers got back in with the cows. About 10 of them did. Jeff and Carrie actually handled that, got them put back where they were supposed to be. Doof and LOL are still doing their thing until about the 5th of September. And everybody comes off, and I still have to schedule spring
I was
checking.
thinking about this the other day because like we're trying to cut down our calving time and stuff, right? But like we're going from like, I don't know, what did we have them in last year? Probably close to 120 days.
Yeah.
Down to 60. Maybe we want to go 75.
Well, the heifers are done. So
The heifers are done.
There ain't no redoing that.
No, but maybe the cows want to stay 75.
You want to stretch that out a little bit? There's 2 bulls in there. They've
Yeah,
got
but,
plenty
like,
of time to get stuff
just-
done. You're hedging your bets.
we need calves for next year.
Well, yeah, we do. We also don't need cows that aren't pulling their weight either.
Well, 75 days is better than
And the longer calving season
75 days is better than 120.
is. I'll give you that. It's horrible to be waiting all the way into June for calves.
And then next year we can go to 60.
Okay, fine. We'll do that. See, this is how this works around here.
Yeah, cows get checked every day in the summertime.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Actually, I don't know if anybody went down and checked the cows today. to
Every
tell you the
other
truth.
day.
I don't know if that happened or not. Deb Larson says she misses Matt Fensel. Matt is doing great, I think. I talk to Matt almost every day. Seems to be doing pretty good. He's here tonight, so I'm sure he'll tell you if he's not. Or maybe he won't. Who knows?
Will we replace Cracker Jack?
So, Cracker Jack is Cracker Jack because he's unique, right? He makes a great lead steer because he's unique. He's white. You can see him from a mile off. If we had a black steer, I don't think it would be the same thing.
And we don't have white cows anymore. Gilbert
No.
had 2 white cows.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that makes him a great lead steer is that he's white. We could get a lead cow. I mean, that's not a big problem. I mean, just, Bambi could technically be a lead cow if she'd follow you for a bucket of food.
She will follow you for
Yeah. But
I don't think we'll replace them. I just don't see the point anymore.
My thought was, and my hope was, that blonde cow would have a blonde bull.
And
Never happened.
No.
And she did have a gray bull one year. This was years ago. But that one, it actually passed away for some weird reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, it died. So.
Did she? Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say, did she have a gray one, or did white cow have a gray one?
No, she had a gray one. I've got pictures of it, and it died like later in the year down on summer pasture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly happened, if it ate something it wasn't supposed to or some darn thing. So who knows what had happened. So that's my sunset alarm, by the way. It tells me sunset's going to be here in just a little bit, so I need to get off my butt and go do some work. But tonight is the exception.
It's getting earlier and earlier.
I know, right?
Kind of felt like fall today.
Really? Because it was 90 degrees.
Well, just like the sun is a little further south than the horizon, and like in the mornings, it's got just in the evening and stuff, like it's a little chilly, and it's starting to get there. So.
Would you ever consider getting a monkey?
Absolutely not. Worst idea ever. No.
Yeah,
No.
I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could. They have to wear a diaper, right? Like, is that how it works? I mean, they're not potty trained, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe you can potty train them. I don't know. But monkeys don't really fit with the motif. Well, emus don't really fit with the motif around here either. But I was reading, though, that, like, emus are being raised more for meat around the world now. They have a very good percentage of feed to growth intake, or
they
percentage.
grow fast.
They grow really fast.
So fast.
And they're just like, giant, and they're red meat. It's not like chicken meat. It's actually a red meat. So we've seen that. But so I guess they're an agricultural bird now. They could be classified that way. Us monkey ain't gonna fall into no. Doesn't even fit the color scheme around here. So I guess it depends on what color monkey it is. Get a condor? No, we don't. But we did see 2 cranes the other day. Flew by. Yeah. So they weren't our cranes, but they were nice to see. So who knows?
Zebras cost $10,000, guys. We ain't getting no zebra. It's too expensive.
We looked at it. Zebras are really expensive. Plus, they're kind of mean. I've heard they're kind of jackasses, for a lack of a better term. But they can be mean.
I don't want a zebra. Too much money. Would you get a dairy cow for milk for your family and less cost at the store? It costs way more to keep a milk cow than it does to buy milk at the grocery store. Absolutely not.
You would have to drink a lot of milk.
And absolutely not. We don't drink raw milk.
So we don't. So we don't know what we're doing with the baby goats. Whether we're not keeping the baby goats.
I don't know.
What if we go out there one of these days and there's baby emus?
Well, that is like a much longer process.
I know. I'm just saying.
They're not even like.
Happen.
They don't even breed till they're like 14 months.
Right.
And then I'll see the eggs.
Okay.
And I will steal them.
You're just gonna take them away. That's
I might get an incubator. Or I'll sell the eggs.
You can sell
and
the. You can sell fertilized
potentially
eggs.
Fertilized.
Yeah.
Not raising pheasants. They have to be caged.
Zach Hewitt's worried about this Zorse thing. Are they? I don't.
Can you find us one, Zach?
They're like half zebra, half horse. But which half is which?
Can you pick one up at an auction for us and just bring it up? We'll pay you back later.
I want to know which end has the stripes. Do the stripes go up front or do the stripes go up the back?
I don't know that I even have ever seen.
Or would it be like an Oreo cookie with the stripes down the middle?
I don't know that I've ever seen a Zorse.
I'm gonna have to look that up now. I really wish there was a way in YouTube. I should suggest this, but where people could post pictures. Obviously, it would have to be approved by the moderators.
Oh my God, no.
But or even just the moderators could post pictures, because I would like to share with everybody a picture of a Zorse. There's got to. I mean, if you have Google, you probably find out in about 2 seconds.
I've never looked at a Zorse.
I never have either, but now I'm
Where
going
do
to.
you get one?
From a zebra and a horse.
I bet Randy would know.
He probably breeds them, honestly. Who knows? Jared, how many cats do you have? How many of those are in your house?
Literally undetermined amount of cats.
Your uncle asked me the other day, how many cats you got in your house?
7.
I don't know.
7.
I lost track. I don't even count anymore.
We were down to 5. Back to 7.
When you have kids and you have barn cats, this is a terrible combination. And you have an Erin and barn cats, and then you get cute kittens, and then they come in the house to stay warm for one night, and then next you know they moved in and they've got their own room.
Squishmallow, we have a new kitten, Squish, Squishy.
There is a constant rotation, so it's not like the same cats all the time either.
Well, there's 7 that come in the house.
Right.
But Squish, the newest, she's a Siamese. She's the cutest little shit, though. And Lincoln has just broken this cat. She doesn't have any bones.
She's just limp.
Yeah, have you seen how he carries her around?
Oh yeah, she's like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah, like over his shoulder, like a baby. Like, I mean, you just
like by one leg sometimes. Yeah. It's
She's cute.
Yeah.
Squish is cute.
We're doing like an animal update here.
Yeah.
How is Peacock? Peacock's doing great, except for he lost all his feathers. Lost the last one yesterday.
And that's very normal. They molt.
Yeah, they molt. So all of his long tail feathers.
Gone.
I felt bad. We saw him. We were out working on the chicken house and came out, and he was standing there watching us because he wants to see what's going on.
Yeah.
And he had one really long tail feather. It was kind of scraggly. You could tell it'd been on there for a while. And then Grace came over, and she said, "Where's the peacock? Because I want to see how he looks." And I said, "He's got one feather left." And then when we found him, he didn't have any.
Did she find the feather? They've been bringing me feathers.
No.
They're all in the grow room.
What are you going to do with the feathers?
I don't know. Keep them.
Keep them.
They're
You
mine
could
now.
sell them in the farm store. People would buy those.
Squish and Lincoln are pretty dang cute. That's her person, Lincoln.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he drags her all over the place. And like she goes and finds him. Like this morning she went and found him and went and woke him up and everything else.
There's 3 garage cats.
Oh yeah. So the garage cats though, they just moved in on their own. That wasn't anybody's fault.
No, Mrs. Sarah brought handicapped 3-foot and her other kittens, 2 other kittens.
Into the garage.
And Mr. Sarah would come visit.
We sound like crazy people. You know
we
that,
are.
right?
It's fine. Whatever.
Lori asked if you want a skunk.
No.
You did pet a baby skunk.
I did pet a skunk, a baby skunk. No. It would get confused around here and it would get shot.
We could never have Matt come visit because he would just blow the thing away in his bedroom.
Right. Well, no skunks.
Oh my God.
But so Mrs. Sarah yesterday brought her old kid, 3-foot. We have her handicapped kid, her 3-legged kid, in the house because he was handicapped, and I felt bad for him. We got his leg cut off because he didn't have a foot. We really should have had a better name for him.
3-foot? It's a perfect name.
But she brought her boyfriend and her kid for dinner last night.
Did she really?
Yeah.
She's so
And
weird.
she
hates us.
Yeah, she's real. She's one of the cats that we got spayed that was on video.
Oh, she's the one I picked up with the welding gloves.
Yeah. She's real spicy. But she kind of calmed down over the winter because she just lived in our garage. There's a litter box, there's food, there's water. Matt would pet her. Not really pet her. You can boop her nose.
Matt would go feed her.
Yeah, Matt would feed her.
And then get within 4 inches of touching her and then she'd claw you.
Yeah, all you can do is I can boop her nose sometimes, but she'll swat at you. And she'll like rub on my legs sometimes. But you can't pet her. But yeah, she brought her boyfriend and her kid last night for dinner.
Wow.
So, and then Bean took her bed outside and it rained.
Now the cats have taken that bed over.
Yeah, because I put it in the garage.
Yeah.
So it was soaking wet and weighed like 300 pounds. But I haven't brought it back in the house.
Yeah.
So.
William Dunn said you've talked about getting a greenhouse someday. Still thinking about that?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Propane's kind of expensive.
Yeah, you gotta heat the darn thing. And it's a lot of work, right?
I don't know what a greenhouse in the snow from Alliance, Nebraska is.
I don't know. You gotta Google that now too.
I don't have my phone. We do still have killer. Yeah.
We do have turkeys. They don't fly.
They fly a little.
Well,
just like chickens.
I mean, I went and chased the ducks off the pond last night when I was putting them in, and made one of them fly. And he flew pretty darn good.
Yeah,
he was a pretty good flyer. 3-legged cat, tripod. Yeah, he's already got his name. He's 3 foot. 3 foot. 3 foot. In fact, when I took him to the vet last time, and they asked me what his name was, and I said 3 foot, and they were like, "Oh, that's pretty cute." Like they thought that was good. So.
Good enough. Bean's been spayed, so she can't be bred.
Yeah, and getting another dog is.
I don't know.
I don't know. We don't need more dogs. We don't need more cats either. But who knows? Another dog might show up. If we had barn dogs, we'd probably have like 8 dogs. So we have barn cats. We have lots of cats.
Yeah,
so.
Mrs. Sarah is kind of mean. She's real spicy.
She is very spicy. Alrighty, guys, we're just coming up on an hour. If you have any questions, feel free to throw them up. We'll answer them as we wrap things up here. Reminding everybody that if you would like to attend next weekend's live stream, that is a Patreon-only live stream. It is much more laid back. We
Well, this is not laid back.
Well, I don't know. I feel like the Patreon ones are they're more uncensored. How about that?
Okay.
Don't you think? I don't know. I feel like they're just a little bit different type of live stream. I'm trying to sell it here. Work with me. But you can become a Patreon at our Wyoming Life, or patreon.com/OurWyomingLife, and check that out. It's as little as $1 a month. So, and you get to order beef and pork, which is really cool. So,
Yeah.
more videos on the way. Those are coming up tomorrow. We've got a new one coming out, new video on Thursday, and rolling on from there. The cows miss Matt because I always forget Cake and the cow. Always do. I don't know why.
They don't need it this time of the year.
Not so much, but they are going to need it here before too long.
Oh, we probably need lick.
Yeah. I feel really bad. So we had a video come out, I don't remember how many weeks ago, but where the cake feeder got jammed up. Josh, who owns Stoll Feeders, finally got around to watching that video. So he was lighting up my phone today, and he was just like, "What's going on with the feeder?" Like just freaking out because he thought like the feeder was broken or something. I said, "No, it had wet feet in it. Like it just got jammed up with wet gunk."
Yeah.
And but he is actually working on ways to fix that, to give it a little bit more juice, that kind of thing, so it can flow a little bit better. We'll find out. Well, he kind of uses us as like his research and development department. Like he just waits for us to break stuff. He said, "It's great, you break stuff all the time." I'm like, okay. Well.
Yeah, we got some fun equipment coming from another brand that we work with too.
Yeah, we've talked about that a little bit in videos. Hustler Equipment is sending us a bunch of equipment.
Yeah.
We have a really fun way coming up how to test and evaluate that equipment.
First, we have to get the equipment.
First, we have to get it here, but we are going to play with it, test it, see if it works on the ranch. If not, we're going to kick it off the ranch. Off the island it goes.
Not even ours.
Huh?
Like it's not ours.
No, but we'll throw a for sale sign on it and it'll go on the highway. Like, we don't need this piece of crap. Get it out of here.
10,000 for a Zorus? No.
Wow. Crazy. See? Insane.
How much for a mini mule? How much can I sell that for?
You're not worried about buying one, you're worried about selling one? We don't even have a miniature horse yet.
Oh, I'm just going to borrow one.
We're just going to borrow from who?
Well, I'm going to keep the mini mule.
Okay, but wouldn't the mini horse get like half custody or something?
No.
How does that work?
You just pay a stud fee.
Oh, you pay it. Oh, well, that's rude. Doesn't even get to come see his kids on weekends or nothing. Man.
You don't need no deadbeat dad around here.
Crazy.
And we're keeping Ethel's baby.
Yes, for sure.
Unless it's a boy. Well, we'll geld it.
Do you want a boy miniature donkey?
No.
No.
No, probably not. He'll be a pain in the ass.
Literally.
Just cut that off.
A mini mule. Free. See, look
Where?
at that. Send Aaron an email. Manny Amato's heading out to hit the casino. He must be in Vegas tonight. Have fun, Manny. Good luck. Throw $5 on red, if you don't mind. If it hits big, I'll buy you a drink.
No, we don't know who Ethel's mated with. We bought her bread.
Yeah, we sure did. Alrighty, guys, we're gonna hang things up. We're gonna get out of here. You guys have a great week, and hopefully here. So we're gonna be missing our first. We're gonna be screwed up again. We're gonna be missing our first week live stream
because of the holiday.
Because of Labor Day.
Yeah.
In September, so we will be back for a regular live stream the third Sunday in September, whatever date that is. I don't have a calendar.
Join Patreon if you want to hang out with us next week.
Yep, and ever after, because you get a chance to hang out all the time with us on Patreon. I have like 10 messages on Patreon I got to go answer too. So thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. We really do appreciate it, and we'll see you next time right here on Beyond the Ranch. Thanks, guys.
Good night.